Test. Audio. 1, 2 test. 1, 2 test. Can you guys hear me? Good. We're good now. All right, let me reintroduce myself. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It's your weather host here, David Schlotthauer here in the Weather Center Home Weather Office with live storm tracking here on the YouTube channel. We're going to be looking at the severe weather for the Deep South. And then, of course, we got to talk about what's going on in California and much of the desert Southwest and, of course, across the Northern Plains, because we are talking about a lot of action out there today, not just the severe weather, but other things that are going on in the weather department. We'll be looking at this in a little bit here because got some new software that I wanted to share with you all in today's live stream. Just got it up and working, and it's finally working after some struggles early on today, which is why I was not able to stream as early as I wanted to, because when I work on something, you got to finish it, right? So the severe weather today is definitely an issue. Sort of an issue in a sense that it's not performing as much as what models thought, which assured that the SPC would issue an enhanced risk for severe weather today, driven by some strong tornadoes out there. Honestly, in my own opinion, I never really expected much out of this. I really didn't. Like, at the worst, slight risk of severe weather. But I'm a bit surprised that the SPC did go enhanced for a 10 Sig 4 tornadoes today. That has yet to verify. We have had no tornado reports thus far, with only 1 or 2 damaging wind reports. So overall today, it's off to a slow start, and we will see on how this pans out. Looking at the live cameras down here in the Choctaw Emergency Management. Let's actually go to the full screen here. Actually, let's go to live cameras. That's the live camera scene. And we can see, yes, it's cloudy out there. Had some heavy rain here. Dew points are up, so there's a lot of moisture in the air with this. And then let's go further down to the south in Columbia. Let's see what that one looks like. And here, it's also getting dark. Sun is setting. Clouds are rolling through there pretty nicely. And then let's go to another camera here in Hattiesburg University in southern Mississippi. Also cloudy skies there. Some humidity, some hazy skies, but no rain at the moment coming down there. Looking dry. And here's another camera. Nice Davis weather station, which, by the way, that's the station that I actually have. No, this is not my camera. This is not my weather station that you're looking at, but that's the same model. The Davis Vantage View Pro 3 or Davis Vantage Pro 2 station. And that's gearing up for the big storm tonight that we're getting. So yeah, you can see that is spinning nicely there with those winds coming in out of the southwesterly and southerly direction. Yeah, that's exactly the same model that I have. We got storm chasers, so we can't view those. Yeah, for copyright reasons. But yeah, we do have one tornado warning out there right now. This is happening in Taylortown, Startonville in the Mississippi area at the moment. Moving into Columbia, this is going to be producing some heavy rainfall rates, up to an inch or more an hour, and that's going to be moving off towards the northeast at about 20 to 30 miles an hour. So this is moving pretty quickly right now at about 50, actually, not 20 to 30. But yeah, some of these storms move slower than others, but it seems like now this is more clustering, more than just discrete supercells. If anything we get would be tornadoes out of these storms out here, these rogue supercells moving in Alabama over the next few hours. But so far, we're not seeing anything in the way of tornadoes. Actually, we do have an area of rotation in Errit. We'll see if a tornado warning gets issued on that. We do have a storm chaser. That's Brad Kopic. That is out on that storm at the moment, tracking that live. at the moment. We cannot view his stream due to copyright reasons. Last time I used someone else's stream, it turned very bad for the YouTube channel. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to actually connect with these people so we can show these live cameras of these storm chasers in real time in future streams. I haven't gotten around to that yet, but I'm going to try to communicate with these people if I can when it comes to severe weather for the spring season. It is not spring, of course. It is still winter, and we are talking about severe weather in the wintertime in the deep south here. So that's what we're looking at right now with the heaviest rainfall. Some of this is coming down pretty insanely hard. And of course, across the northern tier, let's actually use a radar. Let's go to actually Weather Bell, because Weather Bell will actually, not Weather Bell, Weather Underground, because Weather Underground will give us the whole precipitation. What is this all about? Okay, hold on a second, guys. I need to log in because apparently there are going to be ads if I don't. There we go. We're in. Okay. So this is what we are seeing right now. Look at all the snow coming down here across the northern tier of the United States. At the moment, Kalamazoo getting some good snow right now. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin getting some good snow. Temperatures here are in the 20s. And then you go up to the north here. Yeah, it's hard to believe we got temperatures in the negative territory. Again, -6, -8 degrees there. This is that second impulse of heavier snowfall that I was talking about. At least I was trying to talk about in yesterday's stream. Didn't go very well over the last couple of days. Won't do that again, I guess. We'll have to figure out other ways to do this, to stream. Maybe have to go out into my car and go to a cell tower and use that instead. So we are talking about some moderate to heavy snowfall in New York, in the Toronto in Canada, getting some good snowfall rates out of this. Northern Indiana into northern Illinois, as well as eastern Iowa, getting some good snow. In Davenport, snowing pretty good at the moment. In Chicago, getting some good snow. Temperature there in the mid-20s. So, yeah, good snow coming down there. Looking at about a foot of snow by the time this is all said and done, especially in Michigan, where I think the snowfall amounts will be more insane than areas off to the southwest. New York getting some good snow, but then down here, where it's cold enough, we are dealing with some wintry precipitation in the form of freezing rain and sleet. Anything in the purple here indicates more than likely this is freezing rain since it is cold enough. Some areas are seeing locally colder temperatures. That's where you're going to get the best chances of seeing some freezing rain out of that in Virginia, as well as in portions of Pennsylvania. Significant ice accumulations are up to a half an inch are looking very likely. And then down here to the south is where we are seeing the severe weather unfold. Over Alabama, over Mississippi, you're seeing some of the severe weather there. Now, interestingly, we have a pretty sharp warm front that is in place over Georgia. Gosh, in Atlanta, it is in the 30s right now. Temperatures are quite warm or quite cold there. Versus areas down here in southern Georgia, yeah, you're dealing with mid to upper 70s. How about that? In Albany, 76 degrees, but you go further to the north, temperatures are in the 40s. So yeah, definitely much colder temperatures in the Athens, Atlanta, Georgia area as that warm front is draped across the area. How's everybody doing? Please share this with their family and friends on social media, folks. We only have 40 people watching, so let's get this out to people. Of course, when you do have a lot of streamers live right now, of course, the competition for my channel is pretty high, so therefore, not likely to get out there on YouTube during that, but once they do in their stream, whenever that is, usually I see a huge boost in my audience. So be sure you do share this, like it, and subscribe, folks. It really does help out a lot. So, yeah, some pretty good rainfall coming down here for the Deep South, of course, and then much colder temperatures on the backside of this. There's actually some extreme cold warnings up here in the Dakotas as we speak due to all those colder temperatures that are in place. And there is your tornado watch that is down there in the Deep South. Boy, this map, I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of it going on. By the way, there is an ice storm warning. I just realized that in the Portland area. Let's see what that's all about. Near Portland, Oregon, and down to the south, cold weather advisories or cold weather or extreme cold warnings out. The ice storm warning here in the Portland area. So ice accumulations up to an inch. Oh, no, wait. Snowfall accumulations up to an inch. Ice accumulations up to 0.3 of an inch. So, yeah. We're dealing with ice storm warnings over there in the Pacific Northwest, including for areas here in some areas, that is, in Franklin, Monterey, in West Virginia. Let's see what the ice storm warnings are here for. Let's see. Ice accumulations up to 0.2 of an inch. So, yeah, that's enough to lead to definitely some power lines to come down. There's another ice storm warning up here in Toledo. What's that all about? Let's see. Ice accumulations up to 1/10 to 0.3 of an inch. So just over 1/4 of an inch is certainly a possibility there for freezing rain. So these areas could have will likely see power outages. Then down here to the, let me get my Epic pin out because that forgot to actually enable that. So let's do that so I could actually telestrate. So ice storm warnings here and over here, we got those ice storm warnings. And then down here in the Ozarks and the Appalachians, we have flood watches and hydrological statements out for the Tennessee Valley due to very heavy rainfall. Not just with this storm, but there's another storm for the weekend that could produce another bout of very heavy rainfall rates. Then up here, we got winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings for a good, decent snowfall accumulation. Then up here and over here, and there's a little small area that you can't see here on the map under extreme cold warnings because there is going to be some very cold temperatures associated with this Arctic air mass with wind chill or with cold weather advisories all the way down here into the high plains. So yeah, winter is not done for a lot of locations. And then over here or across the Rockies, winter storm watches are out. And then, yes, there's a lot going on in my home state here. Got wind advisories, high wind warnings, flood watches, winter storm warnings, which, by the way, there should have been a blizzard warning issued here for portions of the Sierra because there could be 10 feet of snowfall, up to 10 feet of snowfall by the time this is done in the higher elevations. We got high surf warnings along the coast of California with surf over 20 feet with some breakers approaching 40 to 50 feet. So some pier damage like what we had in Santa Cruz back in December or late November, early December. Pretty substantial there. We could see the same thing this go around with the high surf yet again. We got flood watches out for Southern California due to that heavy rainfall that is anticipated. So just a lot going on right now across much of the 48 states, the lower 48 that is in the United States at this given time. Yeah, this is just crazy. It is just crazy right now. So, yeah. While there are no tornado warnings out now, let's take a look at what is going to be happening across the, first of all, for the Deep South, because That's the more important area. That's where a lot of people are watching this from right now. And then we'll talk about California and the Great Lakes. So, of course, severe weather will continue. This is the 18Z model run. In fact, if we use a 22Z, look at just how things just mainly cluster. But if we do get some rogue supercells, there will be the potential for tornadoes into the evening hours. And then this kind of falls apart as it moves further to the east, overnight tonight into the day tomorrow morning. Which is good news, but the bad news is we could have some tornadoes out of this still tonight, but most likely not going to see what models were thinking earlier, like we could have strong tornadoes. I think maybe at least one strong tornado is still a possibility, but most likely just not going to pan out today because of the clustering that we're seeing. Like, look at this. This is more kind of a semi-QLCS kind of setup that is in place. Actually, I forgot to full screen this. So this is what we're dealing with, okay, into the overnight hours. Now, additional rainfall totals throughout the period here, still looking at some areas that could get 2 to 3 to maybe even 4 inches of rainfall in this narrow corridor right in here. This is where the flooding is going to be most likely to occur, especially when you get rainfall rates that do exceed an inch an hour. And look at this. You can see with some of these storms, rainfall rates could exceed 2 inches an hour based on the latest HRRR. There's actually one area here, 2.5 inches of rain in 1 hour is pretty significant with that. All right, and then, of course, let's go into the Great Lakes because that's where we are going to be seeing. Actually, you know what? Let me actually show you all the instability first, because there will be, of course, the tornado threat and the instability. So look at these significant tornado parameter, and we're looking at high enough parameters that we could see some tornadoes. Some of them could be strong, at least 1 or 2 right now at the moment, and then that really falls apart into the overnight hours. Once the sun typically sets, things do wind down generally, except the low-level jet will try to increase this evening. Now, looking at the instability now, that's going to be the thing here. We have enough lift in the atmosphere, enough moisture and energy to support for thunderstorms, some of which are going to be pretty strong. Maturing supercells, semi-discrete supercells, and then the instability kind of wanes away as this moves further to the east. So that's a look at the severe weather side of things, especially in the southern half of Alabama. You have the best chances there for that. Your wind shear is going to be pretty decent, especially in the southern half of the warm front. That's where you're going to see the best wind shear in the 0 to 1 kilometer layer. We're looking at moderate to strong shear values over these areas. And this is pretty much where your warm front is. So south of this is where we're seeing the best conditions. Okay, so that's a look at the severe weather side of things. Now we can go and look at the Great Lakes and look at our future cast as far as the snowfall goes. You can see this is what it's showing, a light to moderate to maybe heavier snowfall. And then look at what's going to be the concern here. Some freezing rain in these areas like Virginia, West Virginia, into Pennsylvania. Looking at some freezing rain accumulation tonight throughout the overnight hours. And then as we go into tomorrow morning, that system is done and we get a break, a little reprieve before we get into the weekend where we are going to have to watch for another powerful storm system that is going to be developing. In fact, that has the concern that has a better chance of seeing severe weather. All right, actually more significant severe weather perhaps on that one. So this is what we're seeing. The Euro did not render today. The 12Z output did not go through, so we have to use our 18Z GFS. So there is our current system over the Great Lakes into the Northeast. That moves out, and then here comes the next one. More ice, more snow for the same areas. This has just been the target, the literally ground zero for some heavy rainfall, ice, and snow. And like I said, right in here, okay, in this narrow corridor, we are looking at a pretty substantial risk for flooding on rivers, creeks, small streams, as well as larger rivers are prone to flooding with that one. That goes through, and then another one. yeah, just the parade continues here. And this is a big Arctic high, by the way. Fact, yeah, that's a big Arctic high over much of the northern plains here. Look at some portions of Canada. Still feeling like the dead of winter because of how cold it's going to be. That goes through, and then that's not really an impactful system for the northeast. Maybe the kind of brushing the northeast, like around Cape Cod, could get some decent snowfall accumulations, and then that rolls through. And then anymore, yes, we got a pretty substantial winter storm maybe on the deck of cards. We'll see how that pans out. Model solutions have been all over the place with that. But on this model run, yeah, we got some pretty decent snowfall out of that winter storm. And then maybe something else beyond that. So the active weather pattern does certainly continue with not much rainfall at all for California. After this atmospheric river, it's basically a one and done deal with more of that negative AO and negative NAO that's going to favor much colder temperatures there for the Great Lakes and the northern plains. This annoying ridge, I'll tell you. Hopefully the GFS is an outlier. But yes, big time rainfall in the deep south regions like the Ozarks. So additional rainfall to come. You can see there with this one system, 12-hour rainfall amounts for the Tennessee Valley. And then we'll talk about the West because that's what we'll be talking about for most of the stream anyways. So rainfall totals still to come for Tennessee. This is your 24-hour rainfall amounts. Look at these. Check this out. 8+ inches of rainfall in portions of northwestern and western Tennessee into southern Kentucky with that next system. And we could be looking at some big-time severe weather with that one as well. Talking about that in just a second, but boy, the rainfall totals are going to be pretty impressive with that. So big time flood concerns with that one. And then additional snowfall to come for the Great Lakes, looking at another 6 inches with more coming over the next 7 days. Look at this. The Northeast still going to get clobbered. And then if this comes to be correct, on the GFS model, you could be looking at an additional, especially for, let's go to the Northeast here. Yeah, for the Northeast, you could be looking at, if the GFS comes true, okay, can't put a lot of money into this sometimes, an additional 70 to 80 inches of snowfall throughout the end of February. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of problems of winter conditions, strong winds associated with some of these winter storms, especially this one right here. This could be a big one. This could be a really doozer that actually sets up. But model solutions, again, have different ways of forecasting this. So it's all up in the air right now. There's no agreement yet on that storm. All right, so now that we talked about the eastern half of the nation, did I miss anything? Actually, let's look at the temperatures because it's going to be cold. All right, now I wanted to show you all something too in Georgia, okay, on the HRRR model. Look at how sharp, go to the 18Z run from earlier today. Look at how sharp that warm front is. So southern Georgia in the 70s and 80s today. Northern Georgia, yeah, like 4 seasons in one state. Pretty remarkable to actually see that. That is a really sharp warm front that is going to be in place. Houston, Texas also is really warm, but you're about to see some colder temperatures arrive from the north. They're big time chilly temperatures actually. And as we go over the next, say 37 or 36 hours, very cold to the north, much colder to the south now. You can say goodbye to spring temporarily, and then more warmer weather comes back in again before another big cool down right about in here. I think this is looking more substantial for sure for the weekend. And that's why that system is going to be very dynamic. And then another shot of colder air. Look at this. This could be really substantial right here. Or will be substantial for Thursday next week. This is just beyond the 7-day forecast. So there is a lot of discrepancies between on how models handle this. But on the latest run, yeah, central Iowa could be as cold as negative 30 degrees. That's really cold. Your wind chill values, negative 40, negative 50 degrees. If that actually pans out, which I think it's going to, the Climate Prediction Center does have a high risk for extreme cold temperatures in the Midwest during this time frame. So more likely, this will end up happening. Okay. All right, Saturday, please. For Saturday, for the rainfall totals, you're wondering, right? So for Saturday, let's look at that. Very heavy rainfall for the southeast, especially for the Ozarks. Looking at the best chances here. So if we look at the model here, actually we could see the actual composite reflectivity. This is really intense rainfall here over western Tennessee, over northern Mississippi. Some of these red colors are 50 decibels, so that's going to lead to a lot of flooding. And this is the steady, very heavy rainfall that comes down. This is not just 1 or 2 supercells, and then you get a little dry break, and then it rains again. This is a steady fetch of moisture right here, raining over the same areas for several hours, especially over Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, are looking very likely here that you will see significant flooding for the weekend. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there is a moderate risk for flooding in these areas. Yes, Titan, I am fully aware that there is a day 4 enhanced risk. Yeah, let's go and look at the extended here. So that's what it is showing over Louisiana and Mississippi, that there is a 30% risk for severe weather. This is usually deemed or reserved for more prolific severe weather events. And so I am not surprised if we do see a severe weather outbreak for Saturday into Sunday. Now, the good news here is I will be home from work. Oh, no, I work until 2 o'clock, or wait. Yes, I work until 2 o'clock, so hopefully I'm home early enough for that. Yeah, what do you know, right? Every time I work, there's a severe weather event. I hate it. I really do. So that's going to be the day to really watch. For the 15th and the 16th of February, big time severe weather event shaping up here for the... Wow, everything just froze for a second. Can you guys hear me? My computer freaked out. No, it was not the internet. My computer literally froze for a second. Okay, good. All right, it just glitched out. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so we are keeping an eye on this. Saturday is going to be the day that we are going to see probably a few strong tornadoes in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. That's going to be the day. Today is not the day. Saturday will be the day to really watch. Let's see if our NAM model goes out that far. I don't think we're there yet. No. So cams don't go out that far just yet. But it does show the onset, or the beginnings of that. Yeah, okay, never mind. No, it's not. Not yet. The instability is down here to the south. But that instability does come back in for Saturday and in time for that heaviest rainfall and severest weather is going to be what we are going to be watching. Let's look at the PWatt values. So if we look at our PWatt values, look how high these are. Look at this. 1.5 inches to 1.75 inches of PWatts. That's how much water is in the atmosphere. So if you were able to squeeze this all out, this is about the amount of rainfall, and this is going to be fully squeezed out. In other words, it's just how much water is in the air. When it's squeezed out, it's how much water equates to in a column of the atmosphere. So these PWatt values are going to be pretty significant, and this is kind of like a California similarity to an atmospheric river. Basically, you have that river of moisture that evacs, and over these mountainous regions, you get some pretty good rainfall totals out of that. And then drier air comes back, and then more higher PWatt values here for the deep south. So that's what we're watching. And if I said the Gulf of Mexico this whole time, I am so sorry. It is actually official from Google Maps, I believe. Someone actually made a post on this on X that, yeah, it is. It is official. The Gulf of America. I don't know if you guys could see that. The Gulf of America is the thing now, not the Gulf of Mexico anymore. So I've got to get used to saying the Gulf of America now, instead of the Gulf of Mexico. Can't believe that is a thing, though, that it actually is a new ocean that has been deemed a different name. So the Gulf of America, not the Gulf of Mexico anymore. So I would say, okay, we could still use Gulf Coast, though. So that, because that doesn't use the word Mexico in it. So, yeah. In other countries, it's still the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, see, that's gonna... I think they should have kept it, the Gulf of Mexico, honestly. Because for meteorological purposes, we're just used to saying that. But you know what's so funny? On our regions, it has not changed, hasn't it? No, wait, hold on. Regions... Oceanic regions. Let's see if they actually... No, look it still says Gulf of Mexico on here. It actually does say Gulf of Mexico, so they have not changed it on Weather Bell, which is quite frankly interesting. All right, so I'll just be calling it the Gulf. Yeah, seems pretty good. Did I cover everything for Saturday's system? Did I miss anything, folks? We talked about the rainfall totals, the snowfall totals for the Great Lakes, additional snowfall, that is, just that with that system alone here. Let's go to the 2-day forecast of snowfall totals. So this is the additional storm that's coming in, and you're looking at about 6 inches of snowfall over the Great Lakes. Now, New York will be looking at another foot of snowfall with that one. What's up, TWE? I'm glad you love the channel a lot. Yeah, it's the Gulf of America, young man. Drug dealers own the Mexican side, brother. Love the channel. So yeah, so maybe portions of the Gulf is the Gulf of Mexico on the Mexico side, and then maybe the other half of it, quite frankly, is the Gulf of America. All right. So that's going to be the concern. More snow coming, not just this storm that we're seeing now, but there will be more. And more ice is coming also for the southeast and for the mid-Atlantic. We're looking at anywhere between about 1/4 of an inch to maybe 1/2 an inch of ice to come for the next 4 days. So again, additional power outages, a lot of travel disruptions, a lot of problems. Just a time to not be going out and about for the Northeast through the weekend. There's just going to be so much ice on the ground. Colder temperatures to follow behind that. It's not going to go away entirely super quickly. For Pennsylvania, for New York on the Canadian, showing similar ice amounts as well. So that's going to be the concern there. And snowfall accumulations for the Northeast, we're looking at, again, another foot yet to come with that winter storm. So there's another one. Another big one. We are in for 16 inches of snow in Ottawa, Canada. Ottawa, Canada. Yes, you're going to be getting some good snow there. I wish Canada gave us some of the warnings, but I'm assuring you right now there are winter storm or snow warnings. Maybe you word it differently there. Snow warnings, winter storm warnings for your area at this given time. Oh, we have 2 tornado warnings. What's this all about again? Let's take a look really quickly. There's a nice little rogue supercell. Oh gosh, there's some good rotation on that actually. So we'll take a quick intermission, look at severe weather, and then we will talk about the West. I think I did pretty good. At discussing what comes in on Saturday. Oh yeah, this has a lot of rotation on it. So Big B, Franklinville in Mississippi, in Alabama, sorry. In Alabama, you need to be getting into your safe shelter. Grove Hill, Fulton, Thomasville, you need to be getting into your storm shelter immediately. This is a strengthening mesovortex, a TVS, tornado vortex signature is ongoing right now. And these are your super res velocities. So in other words, this is basically measuring how fast are the raindrops moving in the horizontal. Okay. And so the stronger the winds, these push the raindrops. So in this case, this is moving away from the radar. So these are winds moving out of the southerly direction at around, and this is not at the surface, by the way. This is more in the low levels of the atmosphere. But look at these velocities. 105 mile an hour winds touching winds coming inbound. So going towards the radar at around 11 to 15 miles an hour. So there is some tight rotation on this. I would not be surprised if we actually have a tornado on this quite soon, if not already. Let me look at the correlation coefficient. There is nothing yet on the debris side of things. That's going to be a storm that we are going to have to watch, though. So, and with that being said, let me get my GR2 analysis ready to go, because that's going to be the storm. And which radar site is this coming off of? Let's see. All right, so this is coming off of KMOB, so the mobile radar. So we have to switch over to that. KMOB. By the way, am I too quiet, folks? How do I sound? I want to make sure you guys can hear me just fine. On Saturday, could there be tornadoes in North Alabama? Absolutely. There could certainly be tornadoes in northern Alabama. All right, the INROT. Yeah, see, look at your INROT over Frankville right now. Getting some decent rotation. Oh, yes, look at this. This is definitely strengthening right now. Yeah, our velocities right now are well in excess of 100 miles an hour on this. So this is going to be, this could be a strong mesovortex. This is a strong mesovortex, actually. If we actually look at this in better detailed. Oh, yeah. In the low levels, the lower half of the atmosphere, in the first 1 or 2 kilometers, we are looking at some decent rotation. There is more than likely a tornado about to come out of that in Frankville, in Alabama right now. Thank you, Easy Peasy, for upgrading. Hey, buddy. You're now tuning in, which means I am going to need you. I am going to need you right now, actually. Hey, easy. We have a tornado that might be developing right now in Frankville, Alabama. This is in Washington County, by the way. I can hear you. So, if you guys are wondering who this is Easy Peasy. That one that just upgraded to Category 1. Hey, you're a Category 1 hurricane, bud. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, wait, really? Let me see what is going on. Testing. Oh, you know why? Because I am using... Okay, is that better? Okay, because I was using... I don't know why it didn't use a Blue Yeti, so that's one of the reasons why. KMOB. Take a look at that rotation, though. Wow. 100, almost 110 mile an hour velocities on that. By the way, if you guys are new to this stream, please give this a like. Come on, let's hit the like button, folks. We got this. Come on. And also subscribe to the channel. It really does help out a lot, too. So we will get to California weather here in just a little bit once this thing actually dies out. If it does at all. See, new scan coming in. New scan. Okay. That is messing with the radar. That is messing up with the radar right now. I do not know what just happened. Oh my goodness. This is... Radar's broken. It's de-aliasing. It's just going crazy. So I think... Let me actually go to radar scope to see if I can get a better view on that. Yeah, there's black pixels on this. That means it is so strong that it's not able to read the actual velocities in that storm. So this is a very strong mesovortex, actually. Really strong mesovortex over Frankville right now. Let's see if the NROT came up. And the NROT... Yeah, the NROT has been maintaining actually for a while. Oh, about up to a 2 right now. Up to about a 2, so there is decent rotation on there. There is a lot of rotation. So, yeah, south of Coffeyville in Alabama, probably a strong tornado about to form here. Okay, go to the KMOB radar site. Okay. CJS, I do use the European model. Yes, I most definitely do, but the 12Z model did not render today for some reason. Oh, did it? It did render. Wow, okay, it did render, I guess. It just got done rendering really late. But yes, I do use the European model. And what is that actually showing? Yeah, that's showing a pretty good ice storm. Going pretty aggressive for the Midwest with that next winter storm for the middle of next week, though. And then that goes offshore. And it... Sweet. Jackson. Let me see. Let me go look at that. Yeah, hold on. It's downloading right now. It's loading in. Yeah, it's definitely a supercell. Just got the radar in. Let me turn that off. Yes. Oh, it has a donut now. All right. We have a donut. Oh, that's going to be another strong one. That's going to be another strong one. So we have two. Okay. Near Columbia. Yeah, but that's within the line, though, so we could have a few embedded QLCS tornadoes with that. But this one near Seminary, south of Collins in Covington County, that has a donut on it. That's going to be the one that's going to be... We can't hear Easy. Uh-oh. No one could hear it. Can you talk now, Easy? Nope, it's not going through. Hold on. Sorry, you guys. Okay, do it again.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right, perfect. It should be going through now.
Hi guys, I'm here.
This is Easy, by the way. Easy peasy. Thanks for that, Chase. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is a strong. This could be a strong tornado developing right here. Velocities on that are pretty strong, so let me do a 3D scope on that, actually. Yeah, there is definitely some rotation all the way up to about 10,000 feet on this. 10 to 15,000 feet, so that's a decent... Mesocyclone is a little tilted, though, which should actually indeed help the thing. Yeah, Easy. Look at it right now on radar in Covington, north of Seminary.
Yep.
That is a donut. That is... So what we are seeing right now is like a miniature hurricane. The eye of the storm is basically right here. And then you have all of your rainfall that is wrapping all the way around this thing. It's literally choking off the inflow, which might explain why it's having a bit of a nitty time of getting its act together, but it definitely has some strong rotation in its
Hey,
mesos.
we got an observed tornado warning for the eastern storm.
Am I a bit surprised on that? No, I'm not, because I thought that was going to do something very soon. Oh my gosh, yes. That velocity on there. 110 on the velocities. 110 touching negative 22. So that is on the ground right now. That is on the ground. Oh yeah. We have a big debris ball on that actually. It is a PDS tornado warning. Oh gosh. Yeah, strong tornado.
Considerable.
Yes, and there is a TDS on this with debris being lofted over 8,000 feet high based on the TDS signature. So we have a tornado debris signature right now. This is a strong tornado on the ground right now. You can see the debris ball easily evident there based on the radar right now that we're looking at. This is considerable. This is a big tornado on the ground right now doing damage. And if we go to our INROT, definitely apparent. Definitely apparent. Those velocities are pretty strong. Yes, it is, Titan. It is a PDS. It is a particularly dangerous situation right now. Strong tornado on the ground just outside of Coffeyville, Alabama. Moving into Fulton, Thomasville right now. Strong tornado on the ground right now. Strong tornado on the ground. This is going to be the area to watch. What is along this line will be conditional of producing a tornado. Right up in here in Laurel. But these rogue supercells out ahead of this are capable of producing strong tornadoes today. And I did say at least one strong tornado, at least we will see, but that might have went up a little bit. By the way, this debris ball is 4,000 feet. Let's see if it goes any higher. Yeah, easy. The debris ball goes up to about 14,000 feet high.
That's not good.
I need to let Ethan know. So, yeah. Yeah, that debris ball goes pretty high up. Over 12,000 feet up off the ground. So that is a strong tornado right there. CEJS, Saturday could be certainly worse. At the moment, once the CAMS model come in, I'll let you know. So, yeah, we're going to watch this one in Coffeyville right now. Southeast of Coffeyville. Thomasville getting hit pretty good with rainfall. And that rotation is pretty strong still. Very strong rotation on this. Very strong. What's up, George Smith? How are you doing?
We're gonna have to keep an eye on this western storm a little bit more because if it drops south just a little bit, it could be heading straight for Laurel.
Yeah, I'm watching that. In moving into Jones County, that Laurel storm. Oh yeah.
Still no CC drop on that western storm, latest scan.
No, I don't see anything either. That'll be a storm to watch. It does not have a bounded weak echo region anymore. I'm using the Mobile, Alabama radar still. Actually, I should be using the Jacksonville on that storm.
Yeah, I got Jacksonville pulled up on one side of my screen and then Mobile on the other side, just comparing them both on the storm.
Which, by the way, does so ring a bell to any of you? So Mississippi. There's a pretty good TVS on it, though. Oh, yeah. That INROT. That INROT is decent. Yeah, welcome George Smith to the stream, by the way. Yeah, they get it hit pretty often, and they're about to get a near miss, or it could go literally south. It will go south of So at the moment. Except you are about to be under another tornado warning here in a split second. Yeah, but that INROT, that rotation velocity, it has strengthened. It has definitely strengthened. Earlier, it was even stronger. Look at that. 2.2. There's got to be a tornado on that. There's got to be a tornado on that really soon. I am not surprised.
You're talking about that western storm?
Yes, there has to be. The velocities on that are pretty strong. Yeah, So had a tornado literally about 5 years ago. It's crazy enough to say the least. Yeah, that was a wide one.
Looks like the velocities might be coming apart on that eastern storm, so I'm gonna put my attention on the Jackson radar.
Also, that PDS tornado warning is also tagged for 2-inch hail, so that has some big hail with it. Okay, velocities have strengthened again on this storm. Still going up. I swear we're gonna have a tornado on the ground at any time on this. I'm telling you right now, it's strong rotation. So we're gonna watch this right now in real time Doppler radar. So we're going to watch this. Summerlin, so downstream in Jones County now, Mississippi, Jones County. If you're watching this from Jones County, Mississippi, you need to be watching this stream right now. That's a tornado that's developing. Latest scan shows that it has weakened a little bit. What's up, Dolson? How are you doing? Welcome. Yeah, we're keeping an eye on the severe weather here. Okay, we just got a wind damage report. Seminary, trees down off of Cotran Road and Highway 49. Possible tornado. So that's tornado damage easily. That's tornado damage. That's going to be tornado damage. This is getting ready to cross over US Route 84 and then going to be crossing over State Route 29 and then State Route 28 south of Soso in Jones County, Mississippi. So we are going to be watching that one pretty closely. Okay, rotation still strong out there, moving just very close to Soso. Tornado warning will be extended. 100% chance that they will extend the tornado warning for the Soso area. What's up, Ken? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream, bud. How are you?
All right, there's your tornado warning extension
Yep.
that just came in
Yep.
for the west storm.
Yep, I knew it. I had an idea that it would. Yep, and it includes for Soso, Laurel, Sandersville, Stanford Springs, Vosburg, now moving into Clark and Jasper counties in Mississippi. So Now that you're under a tornado warning, please take shelter. Radar has indicated rotation, and this storm could have produced a brief funnel cloud or a tornado earlier in Seminary, destroying some roofs, trees, and stuff. And so if you live in the tornado warning, you need to be taking shelter immediately right now. This is moving northeast at about 50 miles an hour. So this is moving pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm in Northern
Laurel is
California.
also in this warning.
Yeah, Laurel
They
is
did.
populated area. So with that being said, for a couple of you that are in the chat, I am not in the fire zone that happened in Southern California back in January. I am not in that zone. I am in Northern California. So hey, David, I'm in Mobile, Alabama if you need some of the ground reports. Sure thing. Thank you, Ken, for that. Yeah, if there's anything big going on in the Mobile, Alabama, just let me know, okay? Thank you so much. Okay, we got 1.5-inch hail marker on this tornado warning now, moving into Laurel, so that's going to be the storm to really watch. Echo tops on this storm, too, are pretty high. Echo tops are over 50,000 feet, so some decent convection with that, utilizing the instability quite well. Can you check that Mobile storm, by the way, easy, really quickly, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I got you.
Because I don't know if that is cycling. I don't want to have to switch radars, then I lose my radar history.
You talking about the one that was observed?
Yes, which is still observed.
Yeah. Tornado warning expires in 6 minutes 8 seconds. I doubt we see an extension. Velocities are very broad.
Okay, so that has
It's a weakening system. It's going through a merge on the southern side.
okay. So that's
Just cutting off the inflow.
all right. Good to know. So it's going to be this Mississippi storm that we are going to need to watch because that's going into a populated area. And actually, it's going to be passing awfully close to the airport. Velocities have weakened a little bit on that. We might get tornado warnings, additional tornado warnings southwest of Seminary. There is some increasing rotation on a couple of these storms over here. So that is going to be to watch. Oh, I know George Smith, and so did Scotts Valley in California have a tornado too. Which, by the way, there is a chance that there is a severe weather event in my area tomorrow, by the way, Easy.
I saw that, yeah.
We're talking winds tonight, 26 to 32 miles an hour in my area with gusts over 55 to even 60 miles an hour. That is why, if I can look for my other charger from my iPad, I'm going to have to charge things up just in case if we do lose power here tonight. And we could be looking at 3 to 4 inches of rain here. So we are looking at some decent rainfall totals.
Ooh, look at that. Look at the hail being apparent on the correlation coefficient on that so-so storm. You can see all the hail to the northern side. Or at least on my radar you can.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there is some hail on that. That's what the hail marker was there all about. Oh, I'll be safe. I will be safe. I promise. But yeah, as you all know, just a quick intermission here. I have my live weather data up and running the software. And right now we have had 8-mile-an-hour winds. Or we're getting 8 to 9-mile-an-hour winds in the last minute, the last 60 seconds. It's pretty much what our wind is like. So yeah, I'm a little on the distracted side because I'm getting ready for our big storm here. David, how much rain did I have today? That I do not know. It's still observed. What? There's still a damaging tornado on the ground in Thomasville. They just extended it. Easy.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I don't see. I don't. Trust me, I'm not going against the National Weather Service or anything, but I don't see any couplet right now. So
I'm gonna go over
maybe I
there and
see something I don't.
just check. Let me look at different radar sites. Maybe it is being observed by a storm chaser.
It looks like it's falling apart
Yeah,
to me.
Yeah, it really is.
It's going through that merger on the southern side that's cutting off the inflow.
So George Smith, you could look at radar on Weather Underground. There are personal weather stations in your area, right? So Gwinnett County, Georgia. So let me see if I can go over there and find the county in
I mean, the
Georgia.
weird thing about it, though, look at the correlation coefficient. It's still deep.
That's
Not on that
probably
storm. No, it's on the eastern storm.
yeah. Let me go over there.
It's still deep on the correlation coefficient.
I'm wondering if that's fallout from the storm. It might be fallout.
The thing is, I've been monitoring it, and it's been deepening almost, especially on that northern side.
Maybe it
So
is debris. Then there may be a tornado in there that the velocities are not picking up on very well. What I'm
let
thinking.
me. If you want to keep an eye on that Laurel storm, I'm gonna see if I can find anything on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah. Let me look at let me look at the county for your area. If I could even find it, let's see. How much rainfall you got? No one has ever came to me about that question. How much rainfall did I see? It's good though. You're really curious. So you must be near the Atlanta area, I'm guessing, correct?
Interesting. I'm not seeing anything.
You're north? Okay, you're north. Your northern area, Cherokee, Dawson, Fort Smith, Lumpkin, Gilmore. Let's see. Sorry, I am not a Georgia person, funny enough.
Okay, latest correlation coefficient scan on the eastern, yeah, the eastern storm. Looks like it might be weakening the correlation coefficient. So yeah, it is. Looks like it's weakening a little bit.
Okay. All right, rainfall totals in your area around an inch has fallen. George Smith. Around an inch of rain has fallen in your area based on the average amount of personal weather stations reporting that in your area. Some decent rainfall you've gotten. But hey, guess what? I'll get more rainfall than you are. Well, actually, you got more rainfall coming. So I shouldn't be talking there.
You should check my area, David. We're getting slammed.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, you're going to get a lot more rainfall, bud. Wait until you get through the weekend. You could be looking at another 6 inches of rainfall. In fact, let me go to the Weather Prediction Center really quickly because I want to just see. Oh, shoot. Wow. There's a day 4 moderate risk for Tennessee.
That's always nice.
A day 4 moderate risk for heavy rainfall.
Is it in my area or am I in the slight?
You're in the slight, but that could get extended into your area depending on model trends.
Still, a day 4 is crazy.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if southern Kentucky, northwestern Tennessee is under a high risk eventually. Because there could be 10 inches of rain out of this storm for the weekend. Which is that's bad. It's not good. Not good at all. Oh, we got another wind damage report out of Seminary. So we have multiple trees down on Cold Springs Road, possible tornado.
All right, we just got another tornado warning too. Different storm, I think.
Yep. Different storm.
Yep.
Cromwell under a tornado warning now in Alabama. This storm in Laurel is definitely regrouping, though, with a 2.7 inch hail marker. So that has some big time hail.
I got 5 radar sites open at once here.
Oh,
I'm
geez.
going through it. My computer's gonna blow up here soon.
Oh, no. My viewer's computer. My viewer.
What radar is that through? Are you using Jackson radar on
Yes.
that northern storm? Yeah. Goodness. All right. We'll do that over there.
It's not worse than what we thought, CEJS. We only had one PDS tornado warning. Actually, yeah, it's Not really verifying yet. We'll see how the next couple of hours do. What's up, Beth? Go away. How are you? Oh, Titan said strong to intense tornadoes increasing east of Weather Watch 6.
Okay,
What?
so that's more of I think eastern Mississippi.
See what they did with the enhanced risk if they trimmed it. No, they didn't. Okay.
All right.
Strong tornado potential should persist along the surface warm front extending east of Tornado Watch 6, an initially confined portion of. Okay. A recently intense supercell from Washington to Clark County, Alabama, produced a potentially strong tornado near the wavy surface warm front. This boundary arcs more east-northeast ahead of this cell, though Wilcox to southern Montgomery County, then pivots southeast into Barber County per latest surface observations. 0Z LIX sounding sampled a rather favorable supercell environment, amply buoyant with strong deep layer vertical wind shear. Enhanced vorticity along the slow-moving front will be most favorable for strong tornadoes, potentially into the late evening hours, with neutral mid-level height change through the evening. The number of additional warm sector supercells may be limited. The portion of the tornado threat will wane quickly, where surface dew points should hold below 65 to 66 degrees.
Okay, they have let that tornado warning to the west or the east expire. The one that we were looking at with the strong correlation coefficient.
Okay. Wow, look at what they have in their meso discussion concerning tornado watch. The risk for tornadoes 120 to 150 mile an hour winds and up to 80 mile an hour wind gusts, hail up to about quarter size.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to watch for. Current watches. Okay, they didn't have any new watch out yet. This would be the 7th tornado watch if they do issue one.
They're expecting this to go almost all the way until Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, honestly, they didn't expand that a little bit more to the south, because with that warm vector and like all that, this whole storm system pushing warm air to the north, I feel like some places south of that meso discussion could see at least early stages of a supercell.
Mm-hmm. It's not good at all. Boy, Seminary is getting hit pretty good now. 1-inch hail marker on that almost. And the Sandersville in Jones County continues.
You got a donut forming in the Laurel one again.
Yeah, it's recycling. It's recycling
Keep eye
for
on
sure.
that, CC.
Oh, I am. Oh, yeah. It's definitely moving over some populated areas for sure.
I'm really getting concerned about this northern storm now. That northern tornado warning that was issued recently. The velocities are coming together pretty nicely on that.
Yeah, but that is... Oh, that's not too far from the radar site.
I'm looking at it from. That might be
It's
why. I think.
it's attached to the boundary, the cold frontal boundary that's moving in. So
Yeah, I was looking at it. I was looking at it from a further radar, but it is coming together a little bit. I was looking at it from the mobile radar, and I was just switching back and forth between them on the mobile or on the mobile radar. Um, it showed a lot more convergence.
from the radar, looks like it may be a little north of Gulfport. And look, yeah, Biloxi, yeah.
Hmm.
So we're gonna watch and monitor this for a little bit. Whenever there's an intermission between these tornado warnings, we'll talk about the weather in California. Because, yeah, it's also looking pretty serious tomorrow, especially. So, yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, welcome to Tracking Storms live coverage. Not really, well, severe weather, but we are also going to be talking about the West and, of course, for the weekend. Because that's where we are going to be seeing the more active weather.
We have some new storms firing up south of that, like kind of like near Jackson and such. I'm watching the one that's catching my eye is actually right near KMOB radar, heading north towards Mount Vernon. Don't know if you see that as well, but it looks pretty healthy.
Is it on the tornado warning?
No, this is unwarned. This is just now getting started. It's on the KMOB radar.
Okay, let me. Gonna have to open more radar sites. Also,
It's
you might wanna be watching chat as well. Um, Spam is back again.
okay, yeah. Let's see.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that storm is. That's trying to get better organized. Actually, that would be the next storm to really watch. Then
Yeah, I got open radar on that as well, so I'm keeping an eye on it.
that
That's
is
exactly why I say. That's exactly why I said I was curious to why the National Weather Service didn't put that meso discussion to the south a little bit more.
It is shallow though.
Very shallow, very shallow.
It is the easy peasy supercell. No, I'm just kidding.
Have you told these guys about the Discord server?
I think you're good at promoting it. So, right on.
Guys, if you want a place to hang out when we're not here, I got something. I got a little something for you. Give me 1 second here. All right. All right, David, don't get scared that your account's about to type in chat. That's me.
Okay.
All right. There you go, guys. Join up. Type in there, have a discussion with
What's up,
some other.
Box. What's inside the box? Let's open the box and find out.
Or maybe you should open that Discord link and find out,
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yep. The
If
Discord
you guys want to
link.
figure out.
The Discord link is inside the box. So open the box and click the link to find out. It's flooding here in Chilton County, Alabama. Chilton County. So that's Pickens County. Let's see. Fayette, Walker. Yeah, definitely some heavy rain there. So yeah, you are definitely. Yeah, there it is. There's Chilton. Yeah, and the heaviest rainfall is to your west, so it is going to be raining there for a while. For a while. Boy, chat is so dead tonight. Hey, if you guys are liking the content, interact. Interact. Thank you so much, CEJS. Yeah, so we are going to be watching this storm moving into the DeSoto area, Barnett. Yes, Ethan, is he here? Is my friend Ethan going to be joining?
All right, David. Watch out on that Laurel storm. It's starting to pick back up on velocity again.
Laurel. Yes. Well, it's been there for a while, so.
I know it went through a little recycle while we were promoting the Discord. It waited patiently for us to promote, and now it's starting to get back up again.
Starting to get back up again. Will Leeds, Alabama be affected? With the severe weather, most certainly. So we're going to be watching this for a while. DeSoto. So Crestview, Florida will get some discrete supercells tonight. Will there be strong tornado potential? Most likely not. It'll be mainly to the north in Montgomery area. They'll get the best chances of tornadoes into the early overnight hours. Mindy Week said there is a lot of flooding going on there. Daughter's church classroom is flooded. Wow. Leeds, Alabama will most certainly be getting more in the way of heavy rainfall. Severe weather does not look as likely up there to the north because you are just north of the waterfront where there's the air's more stable. Hey boy, we have a new tornado warning?
What? Where?
Or maybe not. Quitman. Maybe not. Yep. New tornado warning in Quitman in Clark County, DeSoto.
All right, all right.
Flash flood warning for North Alabama. Police are saying water are covering roads. So yeah, there is flooding going on there. If you are under a flood warning, please take it seriously. Rivers, small creeks, streams, street flooding is occurring in that warning.
No new tornado warning.
Yeah, there is. Clark County.
Um,
The extension.
Oh, the extension. I see.
By the way, if you have
Yeah.
not liked the stream yet, please like the stream. Please like it.
Yeah, we beg you to like it. Here we go. I think I can officially close one of my radars. This is a good sign.
What does that mean?
That means the activity is not as bad as it was.
No.
Uh,
Yeah, while we'll get you all a new tornado update here in a little bit, but what I wanted to show you all is California is going to be experiencing some high winds and some heavy rainfall. So let's get to that right now. So, as you all know, there are winter storm warnings issued for the Sierra Mountain Range. We got flood warning or flood watches out for the Sierra foothills, and in the valley, we got some high winds expected along the coast. Gonna be a strong one, high surf warning as well. And this is just part of what the whole nation is dealing with here. Take a look at how active the weather pattern is across much of the Great Lakes. The Northeast, you got flood warnings, flood watches out for Georgia, Alabama, and northern Mississippi. So with that being said, let's take a look here at our latest models, because the winds are definitely going to be picking up quickly tonight, especially for my area. Talking some pretty intense winds. So you look at 0Z run. Yeah, we are going to be getting some really strong winds. At least 30 miles an hour. Over 30 miles an hour. Sustained. Oh, yeah. Look at these wind gusts. Youth. Yeah, it's looking windy. It's looking certainly windy for the overnight hours. And the rain is going to be coming down pretty good. Look at that. By 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to start having rain. And then it's time for the heavy stuff. A little surprise, though. It's not as heavy as the last run, though. But either way, we are going to see a lot of rainfall. And some strong winds for sure. Let's take a look at those snowfall totals really quickly.
All right, David. While things are inactive for right now, I'm going to be right back in around probably 30 minutes or so.
All right.
But I'll let you know in chat when I'm back.
Okay.
All right, I'll see you.
Yep. So yeah, lots of snow for this year. Lots of rainfall for the higher elevations. Let's go into most of California. This is still going through. And you can see some of the higher elevations still looking at about 3 to 6 inches of rainfall, up to 8 to 10 inches of rainfall for some of the highest elevations there. Southern California about to get that big atmospheric river as it moves further south. But yeah, winds are going to be a big problem tonight for my area. Big time. Thank you for subscribing, CEJS. I do appreciate it. Man, only 20 people watching. Come on, folks. Let's get this out to a lot of people. Sorry if I made you all bored there with my local weather. But yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, we're keeping an eye on the severe weather side of it right now. That's the majority of this stream, it seems like right now, is the severe weather. Thank you so much. But we will watch the storms in DeSoto, Shibata, as well as Mathersville in Mississippi. Michigan is getting the snow that was promised. Such fun. Glad you're getting the snow that you were wishing for. I'm glad you're having some fun with that. I'm about to have some fun tonight. Actually, I might go live tonight and do an all-nighter as the storm comes in. I'll see what I can do, though. See how I'm going to do that in the first place. Probably not, though. Or just maybe I will. But I am going to need to get to bed here within the next hour so I can just wake up at midnight and track this thing. No debris on that storm. And the rotation is pretty tight, though. Pretty tight rotation on that DeSoto storm in Clark County, Mississippi. Moving into Alabama here really soon. No, I don't, Heidi. We're all good for tomorrow. I do not have to at all tomorrow. So I'm going to be up probably a little bit of the night. But I would like to get some sleep before that all happens. Actually eat dinner and then yeah, but winds are going to start picking up here in the next few hours. And that's going to be ahead of our storm. Get the rest you need to get prepared for Saturday. Yeah, I'll try. I'll try. But yeah, anyways, how are you all doing? How's your Thursday, or no, not Thursday. Oh my gosh, how's your Wednesday going along? What is happening on Saturday? So Saturday, you're going to be dealing with a pretty big storm system. Based on the latest Euro that finally came in, the 18Z run, yeah, highlighting a pretty good risk for severe weather for the deep south locations. And then that heavy rain really sweeps through. But there is definitely a notable difference between the GFS and the Euro, still showing anywhere between 2 to 8 inches of rain. The icon is more in line with the GFS at highlighting at least 6 to 8 inches of rain. See what the national blended models are showing. Yeah, pretty similar to about 3 to 4 inches. Boy, definitely cold up here, though, across the northern tier. Pretty chilly. See what the Euro is thinking about those temperatures. Oh my gosh. Wow, yeah, this is a big Arctic outbreak right here, for sure. Oh gosh, yeah. 50 to 60 degree temperatures below average for the high plains. That is insane, actually. So, yeah, Tuesday through Friday, this coming week or for next week, looks really, 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 really cold. For sure. And that's just one thing. If we look at the wind chill factors, it is going to be... Look at these wind chills in central Texas in the single digits. Wind chill factors across the high plains and the northern plains of the Dakotas, negative 30 to negative 45 degrees below zero. Yeah, below zero. But on the GFS, it's more significant. And let's see the Canadian. Canadian's not as significant, though. Oh, gosh, it's more significant, though, on Tuesday morning. Yeah, look at these temperatures on the Canadian model for the Dakotas and Minnesota. Air temperature is going to be negative 30 degrees, negative 40. Your wind chill factor on this is negative 50 to negative 60 degrees. So the Canadian model going more bullish with the Arctic air mass. So that's going to be a huge problem. That's going to be the great Arctic outbreak of a million years. No, I'm just kidding. It's not going to be the great Arctic outbreak of a million years. But it is going to be a big one. Stretching across much of the Midwest. And then maybe after that, things will moderate a little bit with temperatures. Good sizable Arctic high moving in too. 1,050 millibar surface high moving in out of Canada. And then that moves across much of the high plains in the Midwest at a 1,040 millibar high on Friday morning. And that's what's going to bring in the colder air. It's like water, isn't it? You like colder the temperatures, the higher the pressure. It seems like it's like water. But yeah, pretty dangerous here in the Iowa area. Especially right in here, Tuesday morning for portions of the Dakotas. In about 5 or 6 days, yeah, you could have temperatures negative 30, negative 40 degrees. That's going to be the day to really watch. GFS little north, Canadian model much further south with that. Bad month to live in Oklahoma. Yeah, I know, right? Not the best. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. I mean, most of Oklahoma will be in the negative temperature territory. This is really far out, though. This is for Thursday next week. And it's only Wednesday this week, so we have a bit of a ways to go. But just so you're aware, it is going to be really cold. Yeah, nice January weather, right? Yeah. But you know what really is interesting, though, on the contrary side of this? It makes me wonder. It makes it interesting that when you look at the height contour map, you're only looking at a little bit of below average heights and then below average across California. We're not talking about a big old fat polar vortex that does this, right? We're not talking about something that looks like this, where you get your trough over here and you get your ridge over here. Instead, it's just kind of semi-zonal, and there's just so much cold air locked up here to the north that once that pattern changes even just a little bit, you're going to get this colder air coming in out of the north into the Midwest. And that's exactly what happens. And just see this pattern just emerge right here. Especially right here, it's more meridional. And then it becomes slightly more zonal. And then that colder air is just going to be there anyways to begin with. And that's exactly why you're going to be getting the Arctic air mass. I want to see what's going on out in the Pacific really quickly. Hey, maybe more storms heading my way, huh? I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Looks to be a nice, decent stormy pattern, though. Setting up out there in the Pacific. Hopefully that makes its presence known here in my area, though, eventually. Looks like it Oh, yeah, looks nice. Looks good, actually. Yeah, looks like another wet pattern setting up through most of March, actually. Not looking bad for California for the West. Looking good, actually. So maybe a 2 or 3 week dry spell for the West, and then we get into it again with more rain. More rain. David, change that cold weather coming my way. Oh, thank you, Heidi. Well, I don't have any control over the weather. But eventually things will get warmer there more persistently. As we go into usually March and April, usually things really warm up. It's February, people. This Friday is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day for those that are watching. Early Valentine's. Want to be my Valentine, people? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. If you like the content, though, show it some love by hitting that like button, people. Let's get it. Let's get this out to people. Let's go. Or else I'll slap you. I will slap you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, there's all the serious reaction faces. Guys are funny. No, I'm not being serious. No, I'm not being serious. As far as, like, you want to be my Valentine, no. You're very welcome. So, yeah. Gonna be a cold one. Brace yourself. So now let's go back to the severe weather department. Let's see what we got. One tornado warning left. One more left. See what the winds look like for my area. Oh yeah, winds do pick up tonight quickly. See what our rain totals look like. Oh, good. Still looking at about 2 inches. I think we'll get more than 2 inches, though. Oh, yeah, I think we're going to get more than 2 inches for sure. All right. No, George. Anything new for Saturday? Based on the latest HRRR model, let's see. It's still rendering right now, so We're not going to know a whole lot until we get closer. So more than likely by tomorrow, we will know a lot more. But it is still setting up to being a pretty big rain event for sure for the Oklahoma, not for Oklahoma, oh my gosh, for Arkansas, for Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, the Carolinas. That Saturday storm looks quite significant on a flood perspective and also on a severe weather perspective. There is a rare moderate risk for heavy rainfall for Kentucky, for Tennessee, for the upper Midwest into the deep South. And there is a 40% chance that you will have serious flooding out of that storm. And then it's California for today and tomorrow for that heavy rainfall. It's looking pretty significant. And then it's all eyes on deck for the Southeast and for the Ozarks and Appalachians. So what about and you can see for my area, of course, yep, heavy rainfall, flash flooding possible. And not until tonight is when the next severe weather outlook comes in. I think they're going to maintain a moderate or enhanced risk for day 3. Just because they don't have the cams out that far yet. Actually, they're not going to have it out until, because the next run will go out to 12Z Saturday. And so they probably won't do much upgrading until tomorrow afternoon when it comes to severe weather risks, because they're going to need to look at the cams, which is convective allowing models, high-res models. This is a high-res model. This is not a high-res model. So there are differences between a high-res model and a non-high-res model. In fact, this is the GFS model. This is the NAM model. You can see just how high resolution it is. And it's that high resolution that is important for forecasters, because it tells us exactly who's going to get the most rain and who isn't going to get the most rain and who's going to get the best dynamics for severe weather. What about Santa Barbara? So Santa Barbara in Central California, according to the NAM, I'm going to use the NAM. Actually, I'm going to use the National Blend of Models. Wow, rainfall totals have really backed off, though. As far as... yeah, they really have downtrended the rainfall totals for my area. Probably now under 2 inches. So, as far as it goes for Santa Barbara, you're looking at about 2 to 4 inches of rainfall down there based on the national blend. But if you want to look at one specific model, the HRRR and the NAM are going to be pretty aggressive at showing possibly in some of these areas. Santa Barbara is what right over in here. So you're looking at anywhere between 3 to 6 inches of rainfall. Now look at this. I wanted to show you all something. Right down here, I'm hoping San Francisco can view it. Shoot, no they don't. They aren't. It's not going to aim very well there. So there's a portion. Actually, I'm going to use a NAM. This even works and give out rainfall totals really quickly. Let's see. Where is our rainfall? There we go. Rainfall totals. So if we just go through this point through 6 a.m. on Friday, look at one little area here, up to 15 inches of rainfall. 15 inches of rainfall, all thanks to the orographic effects. But yeah, you get over here in Greenfield, you only see a quarter of an inch of rain, which I think you'll see more than a quarter of an inch. You'll see at least an inch. Interesting, the NAM not really painting much rainfall here. Like barely anything on this side of the valley. But you get into Fresno, you can see an inch and a quarter. And then in my area, more than likely almost 2 inches of rain will fall. And then the Sierra foothills, you're looking at 5 inches, maybe even 6 inches of rainfall. Santa Cruz Mountains, some of the higher elevations, we're looking at about 7 to 8 inches of rainfall. It's going to be a wet one. It's going to be wet for Southern California. Let's look at that really quickly. Yeah, look at these, some of the higher elevations right below the snow line, maybe 8 or 9 inches of rainfall. This is pretty considerable. So there is going to be a lot of flooding. Even 4 inches of rain here in the Hollywood Mountains. And that's going to be the recipe for a disaster. Huge flood disaster. Thank you, George Smith. Yeah, so how many tornadoes have there been today? Let's see. So right now, there's been 1 tornado report so far. You can see the map right here. 1 tornado report, 6 wind reports. Actually, we can take a look at those wind reports if they are still there. Or is that all of them? I think that's pretty much all of them. Okay, we have another flurry of tornado warnings again. This one up here is kind of losing oomph. A weaker tornado warning up here in Lisbon in Alabama. And then this one is strengthening down here. So we're going to need to watch that. Velocities are increasing in that area. This has been just the hard-hit area. Repeated areas of tornadoes. What's up, Christy in Ohio? How are you doing? Oh. So, yeah. What's up, Jamie Shepherd? Watching from the UK, United Kingdom. Nice. How has the weather been there in the United Kingdom? How has it been up there in the United Kingdom? It's like you're getting another storm though. Well, not really in your area. Well, kind of in your area. A nice big storm though out there in the Atlantic though, for sure. And here comes another one. Cold here, wet weather. I am Stone Market, UK. Oh, nice. So let's see where that is. Stone Market really quickly in the United Kingdom. Oh, you're right down in... Okay, you're right here. Nice. So your Stone Market. So if we put this into motion in your area, let's see what the forecast is going to look like. Not looking at a whole lot of wind. See how much rainfall you're expecting, though. I'm interested in seeing on how much rainfall you will see over the course. Let's do over the course of several days. Yikes! You're going to be dry. Oh, my. You're going to be dry for a while. Not much rain at all in your area. Really dry. So that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. This one location, look at this. 18 inches of rainfall over that same course of period. That's one heck of a amount of... It's a lot of snow too. Look at this. 130 inches of snow up there. By the way, if you guys are wondering how I got this snow map, you have to be a premium of windy.com. And you could actually make your own custom color palettes. So with my rainfall, I'm going to need to do the rainfall. Actually, can I even customize it? Oh, I sure can, actually. I should be able to. But yeah, you can do a lot with this. Yeah, so you can customize the color scale, which is really cool. David, there's a tropical cyclone, and look at the GFS model. Okay. Is there really a tropical cyclone over there? Let's take a look. Sorry, I have not been following the cyclones. I don't know which one it is. Maybe it's this one really close to Australia. I'm guessing. It's probably what you're referring to is this storm right here. Man, that system stays stationary. Look how strong it gets too. On the European model, moves right in there near Port Hedland in Australia. That is actually pretty substantial. Let's see the rainfall totals. Yeah, I would call them substantial, right? Some areas could get 18 inches of rainfall. Look at this one area here, 25 inches of water. The GFS offshore wants the same amount. Icon. Oh my gosh, the icon. 30 inches of rainfall. And that's a cataclysmic disaster right there. Yeah, that strengthens actually in Australia. So that's a system. I don't keep an eye on cyclones very much though. Maybe I will have to do that next next year because it's their cyclone season right now. Actually, oh, CC drop in what did you just say? In Mississippi? Oh, yup, we got a CC drop. Okay, that's going to be another tornado. That is another tornado right there on the ground. That's going to get confirmed. Which radar site are you using, Titan? Oh, yes, that is a debris signature. Correlation coefficient. Oh, this might be a PDS. Yep, we have a particularly dangerous situation right now. Waynesboro in Mississippi. You need to be taking shelter immediately. We have a tornado, a strong tornado on the ground right now. Hey, easy.
Yeah.
We have a strong tornado west northwest of Waynesboro, Mississippi right now. Strong tornado.
Oh goodness, we're back at it again.
Yep, this is a particularly dangerous situation. We do have a tornado on the ground right now. There is a definite CC drop. Wow, that goes way up there too. That goes up over 10,000 feet high, that CC drop. So there is...
embedded?
This is embedded within the heavy rain, yeah.
Rain wrapped.
Yep. Looks to be rain wrapped.
And at night.
That's bad.
I don't see a CC drop on my end just yet.
No, there's a CC drop. There's a TDS signature.
Yeah, I see it. I see it now. I was looking at a little bit higher than I was looking a little bit higher than in the atmosphere. All right.
So we have a CC drop. And golly, were those velocities. That is a strong tornado for sure. Without a doubt, that's a strong tornado on the ground.
Yeah.
Could be an intense tornado too, actually.
New CC scan deepening.
Yep, it's deeper.
Almost taking a northern turn.
And we might be getting debris scouring all the way up to about 18,000 feet. So this is a strong tornado. Strong tornado.
I got debris all the way up to around 15.5 thousand. We might get lucky here and split the gap between these two cities.
Yeah.
But Highway, you're on the gun for it. It'll be approaching your area in probably around 5 minutes. And then down the line, Gilbertown, you're in the direct path.
Yikes, those velocities. Those velocities are intense right now.
Yep.
Yeah, there is debris being lofted at over 20,000 feet on this.
Yeah, this is crossing again. This is crossing again Interstate 45 going north and south. Between Shibuya and Waynesboro. With Highway in direct impact, as well as Gilbertown, Evansboro, and Matherville, with Water Valley in the line down the road, and Gilbertown.
I want to let you know, too easy, that there's a slight intensification of the reflectivity on that debris ball.
Okay.
And that's a beast of a tornado right there. All right, they updated the PDS tornado warning. Highway 45 near or just south of Hiwani. Right now, radar has confirmed debris ball, has confirmed debris being lofted into the air. So we are talking about a tornado in Hiwani right now. That is a particularly dangerous situation. Please take shelter now. This is a strong tornado on the ground. Strong tornado. Happening in Matherville in Mississippi. Moving into Alabama here shortly. We have a tornado that is on the ground doing damage. Significant damage. So we're going to keep an eye on this for a while. Again, strong tornado on the ground. Looks like it might be occluding though too. We'll see. We'll see what latest radar shows. Might be occluding. Thank you, T-Man2217 for the $5 donation. I know the Southeast was supposed to get hammered by severe weather tonight or tomorrow. What storms are happening in the West, David? We're talking a west as in like west of you or like in California west. And we have another tornado now for Lisbon, Pennington, in Alabama right now. This is in Choctaw County. Choctaw County. That's the first donation of the stream, by the way. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Are you using KMOB for that northern
Yes,
tornado?
I am. It's just like right to the north of the current PDS one.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like the debris ball has lifted. We are not seeing much in the way of a debris ball now. We'll see what it shows up on the next scan, though.
I'm thinking Jackson radar might have a little bit of a better view on that northern warning.
That's what I'm using. Sorry, I thought I was using KMOB.
Okay.
T-Man 2217, it's looking pretty stormy for the west, especially in my area. I am gearing up for a serious storm tonight throughout most of the day tomorrow. We're talking about winds that are going to be on the order of about 25 to 30 miles an hour with gusts over 40 to 50, at least 50 to 60-ish. 45 to 55 miles an hour is a safe bet.
It looks like correlation coefficient hasn't deepened in this latest scan, but velocity has increased actually. So we could be seeing an inclusion and then a recycle right now, or it's about to deepen on this next scan.
Not saying it lifted just yet, but like it did broaden out a little bit more.
Yeah, it did, but on the inner, the velocity actually increased just a
Oh
tad
yeah.
bit.
Oh yeah. Let me see what the wind gusts are going to be like for my area tonight. Yeah, we're at 22 mile an hour winds at midnight, so it thinks that winds are going to be on the increase quickly. Yeah, we have 50 mile an hour wind gusts at midnight.
Really?
Yeah, wind gusts between 51 to 55 miles an hour at least. Wow, those wind gusts along the coast, though, over 60 miles an hour. So that could be a little bit of wind damage, especially for my area. Winds are really going to be picking up here in the next 3 hours. Be a really stormy night. Really stormy. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm watching my weather and I'm watching your weather. How about that? We're just a lot going on now. No way. I'll call you the red guy because your icon's red, but that is like in Japanese. Your YouTube channel name is in Japanese lettering, so I know who. Off topic, but Typhoon Warning Center is forecasting 180 miles an hour. Really? Yo. That is okay. That's strong. That is pretty insane, actually. That really deepens too, actually. That gets very deep. Yeah, it gets down to like 930 millibars. So yeah, that's gonna be strong.
I'm getting flashbacks to hurricane season.
Yeah, my hurricane seasonal forecast is calling for an average season, though. I think maybe slightly above average, but not like last year. Like all the hype was calling for like 30 plus name storms. I think 15 name storms is what I'm forecasting. It's not official yet. I'm going to have to actually start working on that in March sometime, like in early or mid March. Yeah, we're watching this tornado warning right now. PDS, this is an extremely dangerous tornado right now. It looks like it definitely has occluded, though, in some sense with the rainfall. It's very rain wrapped. It is very rain wrapped right now. You're very welcome. What's up, CEJS? By the way, I want to thank you all for hitting the like button. We're up to 112 likes right now, so I do appreciate the support, folks. It does mean a lot to me. It really does. So thank you guys. Hey, all of you that are here, should I live stream on our storm tonight? It's going to be one of those. I'm not going to be doing hardly any talking, though, because I do need my beauty rest. And then we'll go maybe do a weather chase tomorrow. It just depends on how this system progresses. Because it looks like the heaviest rain and the strongest winds will occur overnight into the early morning hours, which is terrible. I was hoping that this would move in tomorrow early afternoon. But instead, it looks like it's going to be tonight. It will be tonight, not it may be tonight. Actually, I'm going to go to my radar site. KMUX. See what we're looking at over here. Yep. Oh, yeah. It's coming in. Rain is beginning to usher in already. Look at that. That is some good rainfall reflectivities. 45 to 50 decibels offshore. So that's coming down pretty hard. Yep. Storm is already arriving in my area. 24-hour live stream? I'm not going to go live for 24 hours. No. Yeah, it's going to be raining here actually probably by about 8 o'clock. Now, while it doesn't look like there's not much offshore after this, believe me, there is going to be a lot more rainfall. This is a storm, you all. Look at what's coming to California really quickly. I wanted to show you all this. This is basically where the radar goes out to, I think. Let's see. Radar. Yeah, so radar only goes out to here. And look at how much moisture is behind this thing. Yeah, that's going to be hitting my area. Yeah, this is looking like this is going to be a big storm. Big storm coming my way. And this is just the beginning of it right here. Just a little slug of moisture, everything way offshore. Wow, we have another confirmed tornado warning. You there, Easy?
Wait, where?
We have another confirmed tornado warning in Needham in Choctaw County in Alabama.
Oh, I think that's that's an extension.
Okay.
Wait, never.
No, that's the extension. That's the extension.
Okay, but we got yeah, and then we got the tornado warning to the north. Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna need to watch this for a while. I do need to eat though. I'm gonna need to have some food. I've not ate at all today, so if I don't eat, yeah. 1 hour of that confirmed tornado warning remaining. Wow. The long-lasting tornado warning. Is that the system responsible for the event on Saturday? Yes, Titan. It is the same system that's going to bring big problems.
Yeah, David, if you could just stop that, just while you're on the West Coast, you can just stop it, right? Just say no, and it'll turn around and leave.
No. It's the easy storm.
It's gonna be the easy gets flooded out of his house storm.
Yeah, wherever that warm front stalls out, though, is going to be very important. Because if that warm front stalls out right like in southeasternmost Tennessee, then your area is going to be getting some very heavy rainfall for sure. If that warm front stalls just north of you, should be fine. Then the cold front rolls through. But yeah, that's the same system that's coming into our area. That's going to hit the Midwest. And then in the Northeast. So you can blame California for this. You can blame us.
Yeah, I blame you, David.
All right. Oh my gosh. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the stream like this with the tornadoes going on. But I do need to eat. I'm going to need to eat something. Can you take over for a little bit? Easy?
I have to go.
Oh
So-
shoot.
I have to go in literally 5 minutes.
Oh, in 35 minutes?
5 minutes.
Oh, 5. Okay. What's up, cheesy weather? So I hate to end the stream in the middle of like tornado warnings. School's delayed here for 2 hours due to floods. That's probably for tomorrow, correct? There's no school in session now. Looks like that rotation is weakening quickly over the Melvin area. Really weakening. That's broadening out big time.
One thing
So,
I don't understand is why there's such a big radar hole right where that northern tornadoes warning is.
yeah.
And that's like a huge hotspot for tornadoes, and that's just done. Yeah, it's just like a huge hotspot for like severe weather, and there's just like not even one local something.
Yeah.
Well, if you're about to leave, let me plug the Discord one more time.
Yeah, if you guys want
Guys,
to participate in our Weather Force Discord server, click the link pinned to the chat. It's right up there on the top. If you all want to participate in the Weather Force Discord server, the link is in the chat, pinned.
I'll send it again too. I'll send it one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I'm not gonna do that. Hold on. Quick intermission. All right, never mind. All right. All right. One last time. There's the link, guys. Go join.
Okay. Um. I'll wait for one more scan, but it looks like it's definitely broadening out. That those two tornado warnings will probably be, one is going to be canceled within more than 54 minutes easily. I mean, yeah. It's all right, Cheesy, whether I know you're kind of busy sometimes. Okay. Um, once you leave actually easy, then I'll probably head out myself. So, this is gonna, I mean, this looks like it's, it's not really, there's not much rotation on that. Let's see the KMOB, what that actually looks like. No, there's definitely no, that looks like it's broad. Never mind. So yeah, they might need to get rid of that tornado warning eventually. We'll see though about that. This is actually a little bit better from this angle on the Mobile, Alabama radar. That
I feel like there
normal.
should be like a radar and like right around here. Somewhere at least.
Oh, they canceled the other tornado warning now. There's just 2 left. One's going to be allowed to expire here in about 6 minutes. Must be the way the county is shaped.
Almost looks like backwards Oklahoma.
Which one? The one to the north?
Yeah,
Does it?
kinda. You got the body and then the little panhandle.
Oh, yes, it does. It does look like that. It does. That's okay. PDS warning is gone. Yeah. But we have that.
All right, that's my time to leave now, guys. So, guys, join the Discord before I go. And David, have a good rest of the stream.
Thank you so much.
And I will talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
So, yeah, so we will be watching this to see how this progresses. But very linear right now. All right. Well, I think I'm going to head off. You guys have a great rest of your night. I may stream tonight. I don't know yet. I'm going to need to get some sleep, though, ahead of tonight. Actually, I would be streaming maybe tonight because I'll be up at like midnight. So we'll see about that. But otherwise, you guys take care. Sleep well. And I'll see you guys back here soon with more weather content. Peace out, folks.